Notice before the video, I do not claim any of the content being shared or posted on this channel. I changed the frequencies of them and components of changing the audio frequency down to changing the stereo and sample rate frequency. The reason for this is to change 440 Hz, a disruptive frequency, to the psyche into healing frequencies that help the well-being, impacting on the spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional aspects. Links to the channel and video will be down below in the description and pinned to the comment section. Love and blessings to all.
Turn it up. Look, 100 years after 100 years, they lied to us about this and that. Told us all we from Africa. I made fiction characters turn into facts. Heard you tell me then it was not. Knowing goddamn well that trick was cap. My wife and I wrote a book about it. It's a book with knowledge, evidence, and fact. And my other book got them haters shook, cause it's helping mind people take a closer look at their backgrounds and the background, showing mind people where they supposed to look. Showing mind people where to get it from, where they hit it from, all sorts of angles. When it comes to this research, you must please first, don't trust strangers. Find out all on your own is what I highly recommend and suggest. And if you're looking for answers and content about me, I highly recommend you the best. Which is my website at the link you see just across the screen. Don't let it miss you. I make it simple. I double down on that black and white. It's too official.
All right, are we recording? Yep. All right, everyone. OCO, how you doing? This is a good time for me to go over this. So I'm going to drop a bomb. And the reason why I'm going to go over this is because a lot of people are coming in now, a lot of newcomers, and they're asking basically the same exact questions. How would they go about doing their genealogy? So I want you guys to understand the things that you should do before you get into conducting research on your family. Okay, because it could be very tedious. And so what I'm going to do up here, just check the whiteboard. I'm going to name it Basic Things You Need Before Conducting Genealogy Research. So, basic things you need before conducting genealogy research. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that claim that they do genealogy, but they don't tell you exactly what you should be doing right in the beginning before you dive into researching, because it could be a very tedious task. It could be, in certain cases, it could be time consuming. So I like to simplify things the best way possible in order for people to stay on task, stay on point, and don't get discouraged. So the number one thing that I believe people should do before conducting genealogy, matter of fact, what people should have in this case, is patience. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it could seem as if it's overwhelming, but it's not. It's not going to be overwhelming. As far as it being time consuming, it depends on how you navigate things. So I'm going to do it the best and the most simplified way possible in order for you to understand and comprehend and be able to do it on your own. Okay? Because I'm not going to be able to help everybody. So I'm going to do things like this to help. I mean on a one-on-one basis. So I'm going to do things like this to help everybody the best way that I can. So patience is key. You know, I don't want you to overload yourself and think that, hey, I'll be able to get this done if I get a bunch of information and it's not all in order, and then you get stuck. And I know a lot of people have went through that, and I want to eliminate that by taking you through the things that you should be doing before you conduct your research, okay? So the number one thing is patience. Have patience. Stay calm. You know, just know that this is a beautiful journey, especially when you're learning about what happened with your family members. The next thing I want you to have, these are the things that you need. The next thing that you're going to need So after patience, you're going to need a notepad. You're going to need a notepad. Whether if it's an app on your cell phone or tablet or maybe your laptop, because it's something that has to be portable, okay? Or an actual notepad, okay? Like you're writing, just get ready to take notes. It's gonna be some basic things that you're gonna need before you start your research. Like, let me just go with number 3 by saying you're gonna need basic information about yourself. Believe it or not, you're gonna need this basic information about yourself. I mean, of course, you know this right offhand, but you're gonna notice how well this is gonna play in helping you understand the things that you're gonna need from other family members of yours. But I like to do it in order. I always say start with yourself before you start, going backwards, because that's the best way possible to stay in order. So place of birth, of course, your full name, basic information. Let's leave it as simple as possible. Now, number 4, you're also going to need basic information about your mother, and father. Now, of course, I'm not the best typer or whatever, so you're going to see mistakes. Don't judge me on that. Now, this same basic information about your mother and father that that you have for yourself. You want to make sure that you have the birth dates, their places of birth, and their full names. Basic information for right now. Now, I don't want you to get discouraged. Like, say, for example, you don't have a great relationship with your father, for example, but your mother will have information on your father. They should. Or, vice versa. If they ask you, hey, what is all of this for? Let them know that you are conducting an investigation on the family to find out exactly what happened with your family in the past. Be upfront, because they may want to join you, or they may have something that you would need that I'll probably go over here in these steps. So, and it seemed, I got another one. Number 5, speak with the elders of your family. Okay. Now, this is where taking notes of vital info and essential info is critical. Okay? Because you'll never know what they may know, but you have to write it down. That's what the notepad is for. Notepads, like I said, it could be the app on your cell phone, tablet, or laptop, or an actual notepad. Jot this stuff down. They could say some things. And if you need more, you are going to need a little bit more information with those elders. So the notes to take, I'll say that, are their occupations. You want to know were they working, who were they working for, if they were married, so their marital status, and their nationality. If they were in the war, if they're veteran, their veteran status. Is it veteran status? Yeah, I believe it's veteran status. And wait, hold on, I made a mistake here. And their, you can grab this too. Their citizenship. So it's going to be a conversation where you're grabbing all of this information. And another thing, state where they resided. That's important too. State where they're residing. because they may have more information on their parents. Say, for example, your grandparents are living and they have information on their mother and fathers. You need that. Write all of it down. So those are the notes that you're taking. So let's go here. I'm going to highlight everything really quickly. So that's basic, patience, notepad, basic information about yourself, basic information about your mother and father. Definitely speak with the elders of your family members and take notes, or what notes to take. It says reminders. They always trying to give me suggestions or that thing I got, the Grammarly. There's more to this, and I'm going to be breaking it down right here with number 7. Like, say, for example, they get into story mode, in which most of them are. And I love that part, because that's where you know you're about to get more information. And you don't want to miss that information at all. Okay? The best way to jot that stuff down, to me, is to have a voice recorder. Now, a voice recorder should be free on your cell phone or any, all those devices. I'm not going to go through them here. They're, just record them. They don't necessarily have to be on camera. You just mainly want to record the audio. Yeah, or if they do want to be on camera, you can have a camcorder. There's other apps that you could use, like Zoom. That's a good one. Let me write that down. Zoom. Or other apps that you could use. All you want to do is just record their conversations, because they could be stating some vital information that you may have missed during your note taking. Okay. And the voice recorder will pick up everything and allow you to come back and go over it, write it down. You didn't miss a thing. I strongly suggest this part. And another thing, number 8, is to check for an existing family portfolio. Okay. See if this exists. You'll never know unless you ask. See if a portfolio already exists in the family, because that could contain some very critical information that you would need when conducting an investigation on your family as far as genealogy is concerned. They will have, portfolios can have pictures, death dates, birth dates, all the information that you need right before you get started. Okay. But check around, check and see. It could be great aunts, great uncles that may have something like this, not necessarily the grandparents, but I'm sure it's probably going to be one of the elders or older family members that will have something like this, or will have access to something like this that they kept over time. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because my family did this, and I know of other families that have done this already. So you'll never know. Your family could be one of them, and you want to ask or check around to see if a family portfolio does exist. Number 9 would be, to me, you would need internet access. And the reason why is because you need to grab records offline, or online rather. Now, multiple different websites do exist that will assist you with conducting genealogy research on your family. Do I recommend any of them? I do. Fold3 is a good one. Ancestry.com is another good one. But what I would do, and what I have done, is accessed the records that are held by the National Archives. Now, a lot of people may not be able to travel to a National Archives facility. That's the reason why internet access will play a key role, because you could possibly grab those particular records like census records and look at different microfilms that you will go over as far as like war records. I'm just saying as an example, and I'll get into different type of records here shortly. But I want you guys to know that some of those records are online, and not all, some, but it's still good to have as many records as possible in your possession based off of the information that you gathered earlier. Okay, and that you're using all of this information that you gathered earlier in order to grab records online. Okay, any and all records, county records as well. So the first thing that I will check, number 10, I would love for you to contact your local library. And the reason why is because the library may have access to a National Archives facility link. Like they will have special permission to access National Archives records. So ask about accessing National but don't forget that it's going to be from their facility. Okay. So contact your local library. Okay. Let them know what you're trying to do, and you want to see if that particular library has access to National Archives records or, online. Now, it depends on the age of the library. Most of the historic libraries will have access to a particular link that they can use. I recommend the National Archives to start there, because that's where you could grab, once again, you could grab war records. You could grab, and I always say war records, but what you're doing is you're grabbing military records. Like if somebody enlisted in the military, you'll be able to find out when, where, how. There could be birth cards before there were birth certificates, birth cards. There could be death certificates there. There could be the marital status of a person. If they were married, then they would have the marriage certificate there. Another thing is, it depends. Like if you grab notes from the elders dealing with I didn't mention it here, but I guess another one would be, I would do that in the beginning. Ask if they were or are, but were mainly, because most of them are older, members of a church. Because if they were members of a church, you can also see if the National Archives would have something documented where that person joined a particular church that was a major church. Or you could ask the church, that would be number 11, that your family member was a member of. Okay. So you're going to ask that church. It depends on which church that is. See if they have, and that, keep in mind, that may or may not work. It depends on the year. But say, for example, you spoke with an elder that is familiar with what church their parents attended and were members of. You will have to contact that particular church and see if they kept records of their members. Okay, so patience is number 1. The notepad, number 2. Basic information about yourself, number 3. Basic information about your mother and father, making sure you're taking notes. Speak with elders of the family members. You're taking all the notes to take. There's all that basic information I stated up top. their occupations, the marital status, nationality, veteran status, citizenship, state where they resided, and ask if they were members of a church. That's important too. Grab a voice recorder or either download it on your cell phone, camcorder, use Zoom. Check for existing family portfolio. Check for an existing family portfolio. Contact your local library to see if they have access to National Archives records. And then, contact the church if applicable, if that individual or individuals that information that you have were a member of a particular church from years ago, and see if that particular church kept record of that. Now, there is going to be a book that I'm coming out, guys, I'm coming out with, I want to give you guys a date, but I really can't. I just want to make sure everything is correct before I put this out. But it's the second edition of my genealogy book, which is going to be, it's way more advanced. It's not basic. It's going to be way more advanced. I'm going to tell you the details about it coming up here shortly. So, and it's definitely going to help those people that are stuck somewhere. I'm trying to have it set up that way so they can know where to grab more information versus it just being website this, website that. I'm going to do my very best to insert as much information as possible into that one book, which is going to be the second edition. I'm going to try my hardest to do everything in my power to do it correctly, where it could be easier for you to go about in a more advanced search. But just this basic stuff here alone that I just went over, the basic things you need before conducting genealogy research, just start there. See what you can find right off the bat. Okay, and you'll never know. It could be some great. You may just need this and that's it. But I'm not guaranteeing that. But that's still very good for you to start. This is a very good start. It's very simple, and I hope it does help you all. And of course, I'll get more detailed here shortly once that book is getting ready to roll out. We'll be going over more genealogy stuff like that here shortly. Keep in mind, I want you guys to subscribe to I'm Just Here to Make You Think Radio. That channel is located on the channels tab on my homepage of this channel. Subscribe to that channel because I'm going to be taking you guys' calls, whether we could talk about genealogy, we could talk about history. Be sure to subscribe to that channel. I'm Just Here to Make You Think Radio. We're going to be doing more on that channel, this channel, and my second channel, and my wife and I's channel. So just be on the lookout for more content from me, and I will be going live here shortly, so keep your notification bells on. We know YouTube is playing games with my channel, and it seems like every content creator that's a Niji, they playing with everybody's channel right now that's a Niji right now. So, they messing with our numbers, messing with our pay. YouTube doing some petty stuff right now. So we're just going to continue to move forward and do the right thing. We're going to stay positive about it. I'm Dane Calloway, and I'll see you next time. Wado.
I'm just here to make you think.